Here's Charlie Dickens, chapter 18, entitled Fire. Within seconds, the corn was alight and spreading like measles, and within 1 minute, an ugly black cloud had discolored the icy blue sky like a blob of paint rudely applied. Look at that, said Charlie, as the culprit sprinted off unseen and left a disjointed path through the corn, spoiling its beauty forever. We need to get out of here before the whole field goes up in flames. It's like a tinderbox, he said, as he scrambled to his feet. Charlie had no idea what a tinderbox was, but he knew that it wasn't good. The blue of the smoke was rapidly being eaten up by the thick black smoke, and the fire was spreading through the cornfield and leaving Charlie and Tinker with few options but to run away and fast. Charlie could hear the snap of the corn and the searing heat at his back, and he forgot his tiredness and he kept going. Tinker was scared, but there was no way that he was going to admit it. Charlie looked back at the burning corn, and he hoped all of the mice had managed to run away, as he hated to see animals suffering. He then imagined what Spider-Man would do, and he knew that it wouldn't take his webs long to smother the flames. If only he was wearing his favorite Spider-Man socks, he thought, then he wouldn't be half as frightened. They rested at a safe distance, and luckily they hadn't breathed in any of the acrid smoke, but they were still shocked and so out of breath that it took them a few minutes to be able to speak properly. Wow, that was a close call, said Tinker, as he brushed the straw from his trousers, and he stood up to see the fires raging. It was like an inferno. Then they heard the sound of fire engines in the distance. We will have to go, said Tinker, who was taking charge as usual. We don't want to be blamed for this, he added seriously. I don't think our parents would be pleased. They walked home in silence, and both of them lost in their own thoughts. They were both exhausted, and it had been an exciting but frightening first day of their new school holidays. That night, Tinker climbed into his bed, and he had no time to read or to watch TV. All he wanted to do was to sleep. Charlie sat in his favourite comfy green armchair, and he thumbed through his comics. His mum, Jane, had a pile of heavy-looking books by her side, and a lot of the names looked foreign to Charlie and were hard to read. The one that his mum had been burying her nose in the most, like a hungry horse, in its nosebag, was called Goblin Market. That sounds interesting to Charlie, as he knew about goblins, and they sounded like funny, interesting creatures.